Hello. So, what you're looking at is a project I made last year in my computer science class in high school. Um, so I guess I'll just show you through before I run it because it might not actually work. Things happen. This is what I used to use in. Let me do that. This is what I used to use in class for all my projects, stuff like that. And I never commented anything, so it's all just like this. It's just okay. Well, oh wait, no, I commented stuff out, but it's completely unfinished, of course. I guess I just got bored of working on it. It's like I had my version that I made to turn in, and then I kept working on it for a little bit until February. And then, I got bored with it. I did put in some new stuff that I'd learned because, I was still in the class, so we kept learning stuff. But, yeah, there's not much that I added. I wanted to do stuff with, like, inheritance, and that's why I made, like, extra classes, so it extends the object and all that. So I was trying to learn about that, and I remember how much I wanted to do graphics for it, but I didn't know how to do it. And I learned recently how to do it, so I'll show you what I made in that later, because there's this Asian man that taught me how to do it, and he seemed like he had no idea what was going on. He was just like doing whatever the compiler told him to do, because he had this little software that suggested things. It was really cute. But yeah, so for this one, this IDE or whatever, this compiler, it always wants you to do a main class, so I was obligated to do that. Otherwise, I would have just started in the game class. But because of this, now I have a habit of like making a main and then a game. This is kind of how I set up my little games whenever I make them, because I'm not good at any other language besides Java. I've tried Python and C++ because I know I'm gonna have to learn those. But yeah. So in the main method, I have this. I just left that there because I thought it was cute, and you get to like hit enter after you see that. And I found this online at the time, and I have no idea what this does, but I know this just like clears the screen. So there's like all this loading stuff that happens. You'll see later in this IDE, like it just a bunch of random notes for the computer, and then nobody wants to see that when they're playing a game. So I have it flush it after you see that. So this introduces like all my code to start game. So I guess I'll just kind of run through like what the computer would do first, and then I'll get into all the stuff that ends up being unused. But because I had a lot of ideas for this, but I ran out of time for the deadline for the assignment, so I had to scrap a lot of stuff. I might actually try to make this again. I know more about graphics and stuff, so I might do that. That'd be cute. So whenever we go here, go here, and this is all the stuff that's like in the game. This is just how I've always done things. Like in the game class, I have all these variables of things that I made, and all these items that are in the game. And I always have a start game and an end game because I think that sounds cool. So I just made it like that. Everything's static in here. The game is static. I guess technically you could have like different versions of the game because of that. Yeah, so whatever. So this is like, the little starting prompt and all that stuff. It says how to start. And then this is fancy. It gets the appearance of the house, the location. So whenever it says house, it's referencing the room house, and get location is a method within the room class, which is within the scene, right? Yeah, there's a scene. So there's a room in the description. Oh wait, this is the big boy class. So there's a get appearance method, and it returns the appearance, which is this, which is in the game. So it's just gonna print out this, and it's like that for every scene you come into. It's gonna print out the description of the scene. Yeah, so that's the whole thing that happens there. And then this method, give characters house. So you send in the location as a string because, yeah, I guess that's just how I decided to do it. Yeah, I did random stuff. So when you send that in, it goes to, where does it go? I think it goes to the character class, right? No. Item. Yeah, it's been a while since I looked at this. What did it say? Okay, give characters house. I think that's actually in here, isn't it? Yes, it is. Okay. So I have give contents in the game class and give characters in the game class. So I just have like a big old if, you know, a bunch of ifs. And so I have a string contents, which is going to be returned at the end. And then if, oh my goodness, oh my god, why is this so complicated? Why did I do this? Okay, get object, and then I send in the location. So that earlier give contents house. So it sends in that here, and in the object class, get object the location. If the location of the object is that location, return true, right? And if it returns true, then yes, add that name to the list of contents. So this is super convoluted and crazy, and it's just how I did it. Oh my god, I hate it. I don't know why I did it like this. Yeah, I love that for me. Yes, and then the location is also a thing, because you can change the location of an object, and I was very proud of myself for being able to figure that out. Being able to take an object with you or drop it someplace and then come back to that place and have it still be there, craziest thing. So yeah, so it does that for all these, and then these characters are like, I put character and item under the object class for some reason because I wanted to make it more complicated, but they have the same little variable and all that stuff. I just decided to make two different lists because I thought it was important to know like who you could talk to possibly and who you could like what you could pick up and do all those object things with. Yeah, so that goes for the start game method. To continue the game, which I really should have called it the continue game method, this is the get input. So we go back to the main because we just completed that. So now this is what keeps the game running. So you're supposed to have a limited amount of time, which means a limited amount of moves because I didn't know how to do any time stuff back then. So you have a limited amount of moves. And so you start out with 3 times, so it's like 3 hours, I think. And while time is greater than 0, it's going to run this. Then it's going to get another line, and then it's going to subtract time. And then this is little messages that come out. If once the time gets to these numbers, it's supposed to tell you these. But I've never actually seen these work. I've never seen these messages before. Either that or I'm just not paying attention. But I'm pretty sure these don't work at all. I don't know why. I haven't seen it before. But I know that at one point you do run out of time. Because this game, end game, has ran for me before. And that's a whole new thing. But anyways, game get input, which I really should call it continue game. I think that would be cute, you know. Start game, continue game, end game, of course. I guess I can maybe do a new game at one point, if like you could keep things from your first game. Anyways, that would be kind of cool. Anyways, back to the game. So this get input is like the whole game, like what the player can do. Like this is how you get. It's like a text adventure. You like put in what you're trying to do, And this wasn't like this initially. I actually changed this like in February. And it took me a long time to figure this out. I don't know why. But, oh yes, these, what did I do? There was, oh yeah, all these like ugly, string math. That's what I call it. Yeah, so I would take whatever the user types in. You needed to type it in the format of like, there's like a list of commands you can do, and then a list of items and people that are in the room with you. And you can only do the things to people that are in the room with you. And I had this little glitch, like, I made the inventory a separate room, so like you can't do stuff to things that are in your inventory. You have to drop it before you can do anything with it. It has to be in the same room as you, which the dropping actually works. So you just have to take an extra step. So some of the things that you can do are go to, pick up, eat, break, look at, drop, or put down. I put 2 different ways of saying that one, and help or buy. But I never actually put in the money system. I just had it to where, like, so far you just have to steal everything and then like go back. Like you can't even buy anything. You're supposed to have like $700, and yeah, one of the things in the game is like you can either buy yourself something or you can buy all of your family something for $700. And so you have to make a decision, like, are you gonna get what you want, or are you gonna get your family stuff, right? So that's like an option. I wanted to add a mall, and I'll go over that later, like all the stuff that I wanted to add. But anyways, and then I don't remember what this does, and I don't remember what this does either. Honestly, I don't even know what's going on. I'll probably find out later whenever I try to make this again. Oh, here we go. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Oh, okay. So, okay. So you send in this string, and then it adds like this onto it, like every time, because this is a for loop. It does something, and then it does something here. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, anyways. Oh, I see. Okay, so I was separating the command and the object that it was being done onto, because I had it to where you type in one of these words here, and then you type in the thing that you're doing it to, and then you hit enter. You don't have to do them separately, because initially I had it to where you had a list, and you picked a number for one of these commands, and then you typed in what you wanted to do it to. But yeah, so now it's different. So that's neat. And it doesn't matter, like the spaces all get cut out, as you can see. So if people like don't put a space on something, then it doesn't matter. But misspellings, it ends the game, which really sucks. I need to fix that whenever I remake it, because that would really suck if you were like almost at the end and then typed in a typo and you were like, well, I guess the game's over now. Yeah, so the action, it separates that at the beginning. So whatever action you're doing, right? And I have these separated by action because they're all the same methods, as you can see, for each item. So if you're going somewhere, one is the player variable that I made. We go to player 1, new player, which a player is, I had all these ideas. Heavenly was like supposed to be like your morality points, and you're supposed to be a ghost at one point. And yeah, so the only thing that you really use is this change location method, which is whenever you go to somewhere, it puts in the string for like whatever you want to go, and then certain places can only be accessed if you're in another place already. So that's what all these else if and stuff are, because you can't go to your chimney if you're not in the house, and you can't go straight to the Walmart if you're in your chimney. You got to go into your house first, and then you got to go. Yeah, so it's just like logic stuff. for these if statements. And yeah, so that's what this change location thing is. Yeah, so it puts in the object, and then this one I have a switch statement on because I know nobody's gonna type that. So I have it to where if you also type this, then it'll like do the same thing, because nobody's gonna capitalize it and put a hyphen in it. Like, that's ridiculous. But it's grammatically correct, so I wanted to put it in the game like that. So that's how that one works. The pick up. Now, all of these have to be objects, like item objects. You cannot pick up characters. And then technically you can like eat the cat, but it's just like a joke. You know, might as well, you know, whatever. But it's because they're all objects, so they can, they have the... Oh yeah, okay. Okay, there's no methods here. You're just like, it just says a message, and there's no like object permanence, I guess, in terms of like if you break something or if you eat something, there's still more of it there. You can do it as many times as you want, which I'll probably change that in my new one because I'm more advanced now. Yes, I'm sophisticated. But anyways, picking stuff up. Keep getting distracted by my other methods. Picking stuff up. So we gotta go to this object pickup. Oh wait, that's for items only. Okay. So pick up. So if check player, so it's gonna... Okay, so gonna go to the game, right? And this is another one of my really awful like workarounds. Check player, right? Goes to the game, return 1 get location, and it returns the location string. Yeah, so I had to like work around that so I could connect them, which really sucks. Yeah, so if that location equals the location of this object, right? Return... Oh wait. Okay. So, oh my goodness, I was looking at the wrong one. Okay. So if this location equals the location of this object, which was in the object class, location equals inventory, and then it'll say that you moved it to your inventory, or the object is not in the room you are if it's not equals the location. So it won't do anything. It'll just tell you that it's not there. So that's how you pick stuff up. It'll move it. It'll change the location to your inventory, which I'll probably make that a separate mechanism and not make it a location. I guess I'll come up with ideas for that. So the next one is eating. So when you eat it, nothing happens. Like I said, it just prints out a message. When you break it, you break this. And for some reason, I decided that I could have a break message stored for each of these, but not an eat message. So this is basically just printing something out as well. And the only difference is that it does set the status to broken. There's a broken boolean, and then the string broke, which is what it like prints out whenever you do that. Yeah. So if it's broken... Oh, okay. Okay, that's interesting. It's already broken. Yeah. Which I don't know if that's ever worked before. Anyways, it checks if it's the same location first, of course. And then it breaks, which that means that you can eat something no matter what location you're in, which I love that. Oh my goodness, there's so... Oh my gosh. Yeah, so this one's all foolproof or whatever, but this one, no. As well as this one. You can break like the people, and then it'll say like a really nice thing about the people instead. It'd be like, oh, you know, I'll hug her instead, I'll pat him on the head instead, I give her a kiss, you know, instead of like breaking them, because I thought that would be like cute, I guess. And looking at an object, just prints out the appearance of all of these objects. Like I said, the appearance is in the up here into the parameters for the objects, for all the items. Yes. And then dropping or putting it down. There's a method to put it down. So let's go to these and then put down. So if it's in your inventory, the location changes to the player's location. We went over this earlier up here. It just returns the player's location as a string. And then, wait a minute. Yeah, so location is, okay. And then the object has been dropped, so it changes, right? Changes the location of the object to wherever the player is, wherever they dropped it. And then if it's not in your inventory, then it's just not in your inventory and you can't do anything. Can't drop it if it's not in your inventory. So, and then help, I don't have anything, buy, I don't have anything. Didn't set that up. Default, that's option does not exist. So just in case you type in something wrong at the beginning, but I don't think it works because I don't think you ever get to it because of how I have it set up here. Like you need an object that like matches something or like something or other. So I think it just shuts down. I'm not really sure if it ever actually like, I think it does actually. It does get here. Yeah, it's not glitched out in that way. So that is the that whole operation. And then you hit enter, time thing, I already explained that. And then after you finish the game and run out of time, it runs endgame, which is here. So it says death. It's funny to me. But you're not actually dead, you're fine. If you are at your house, you get 3 points. If you have the coffee maker, you get a point. If you have what the girl wants, you get 2 points. If you have what the boy wants, you get 2 points. If you have what you want, you get no points. If you have, these are if you have everything. So these get objects and then inventory. These are checking if this is equal to the location that it's in. So it's like asking if it's in the inventory room, Yeah, so that's the end of the game. Now, that's pretty simple. But all the other stuff I wanted to add, I'm going to start going through that now. So I wanted the front lawn. I never did anything with that. And then I had a mall. And I had a way for everyone, for like every place and every stand or like every little thing you could do in the mall, I wanted there to be a way that you could die doing it. And there's also a heaven and hell, and then there's like a whole adventure that you can go through. And then there's another character too, Malphus. Let's see. You find him in Hot Topic. Oh god, it's a wretched demon from the depths of hell, Satan's right-hand man, Malphus. His body is combined human and crow. And, you go on an adventure with him. So, like, some of the places in the mall are, the taco stand, Build-A-Bear Workshop, electronics, Hot Topic, and then there's, some items that I had, crowbar, coal. And, this never got filled out because, like I said, I had to focus on Walmart and, like, having something, like, anything. I really could have done more if I had spent more time on it, but it was just a little project, and I was already doing a whole lot of, like, random stuff. And, it was pretty complicated because I was really ruining everything for myself by, like, doing some of this stuff, which I hope I'm better at this time around because it's been almost a year. So that was some of the extra stuff. Now, I guess we'll run it. See if it works. It should work. It did last time I checked, but sometimes it just doesn't work. Yeah, so see all this, like, stuff up here? I have this to where whenever you hit enter, it all goes away. So here's the starting screen of the game. It is the 25th of December, and the kids are asleep. Sadly, you are a terrible parent, and you kids don't have any presents. Fortunately, you wake up from a cold sweat at 5 a.m. ready to speed to a store. You have 3 hours and $700 until the kids are up and you ruin your winter holiday and marriage. Okay, how to play. When arriving at a scene, respond with a command followed by an object in the room. Commands include look at, eat, drop, put down, pick up, break, go to, and help, among other hidden commands. I had ideas for that too, but things happen. Each action takes time to complete, which that is true. Objective: buy gifts at any cost. Any cost, yes. A game start. So this is generic for like every scene. It'll do you've arrived at the place you're in, and then it'll do the appearance of the place you're in, and then in the house it'll run those lists that I talked about, the get contents and the get characters, which the characters go first. So you've arrived at the house. Your home is decent for a family of your size. It has 2 floors and a tiny attic. Ooh, there's supposed to be something in the attic too, but and the second floor. None of these locations are available to you in this demo. Yes. In the house, cat, wife, son, daughter, Coke, milk, cookie, candy cane. Enter. Okay, so for instance, I can say eat candy cane. This will take me a while to finish unless I violently crunch it to pieces. And then you can enter again, and then you can do another thing. For instance, you could drink or eat. There's no drink. I really should put drink in there. You have to eat the Coke. You have to eat the Coke. Refreshing. You eat the cookie. I feel like a true Santa now. And I wanted there to be a thing where you fight Santa. Because Santa's like in your chimney right now. So if you go to your chimney... Okay, you've arrived at the chimney. As you climb up the chimney, you're covered in soot from the previous night. When you look up, a figure stares back at you with eyes glowing white with Christmas spirit. It's Santa. Run, 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 run. In the chimney there's nothing. But I wanted there to be like an action scene here where you have to like fight Santa, and if you eat like a bunch of cookies before you go in the chimney, then like you're the new Santa, like you yeah, just like random stuff like that. Go to house. Yeah, so I wanted it to be like a quick time event, so that you can go to the store. I wanted there also to be, speaking of extra stuff that I still haven't done, I wanted there to be a thing where you could take people with you and like talk to people, and like I wanted there to be a thing where you could talk to people in the mall or at Walmart, because there's a part where you can go to Walmart and break a TV and like nobody says anything, but like I want somebody to say something, I want there to be like people there, and that would really help with graphics if you like saw them like looking at you, So I think that would be really cool if I did that. Yeah, anyways, go to Walmart. Okay, so these are okay, you've arrived at the Walmart. Upon coming into your sight, you detect the hordes of other unsightly parents who forgot gifts. This unholy scene causes you to parallel park incorrectly. Detestable store with detestable people in it. You return to your rightful place. In the Walmart, flat screen, toy truck, band blanket, coffee maker. So you can look at stuff. My wife has mentioned wanting one of these fancy sorts of machines. So it'll say that about all these items, like, and I meant to put like filler items, but I never did. So you're supposed to like figure out what your family wants for Christmas. So you can also break stuff. I don't know, the breaking the flat screen is like my favorite one. There's glass everywhere. Like that's it. There's glass everywhere. And you're standing there and there's just a pile of glass and a broken TV and everybody's looking at you. But yeah. So this is the sort of thing. I should show you the ending. I didn't get to program a bad ending. Oh, whoops. Oh, okay. Okay, it does work. Okay. But I didn't get to program a bad ending. I just have a good ending and like a nothing ending. If I just... I have to actually... Let me see if I can run out time. Because this would be the worst possible ending if I'm not at the house and I don't have any of the objects in my inventory. I hope this works. I don't remember this is the thing that we can do or not. I don't know if I like programmed it out or something. But I should be able... Oh, there we go. Oh my god, I got a nothing ending. Yeah. I love that for me. But yeah, so that's my game that I made for my project last year. And I'm thinking about making a new and improved version with all new extra stuff in it. Yeah. Goodbye.